Hi friends, my name is Devin Metlin, the designer of Roll the Trolls. Today I'm going to show you how to play the game. Let's get rolling. In Roll the Trolls, your goal is to roll your trolls in the holes to earn some gold and take control. You win by having the most number of gemstones at the end of the game. The end of the game is triggered based on player count. If there's a 2-player game, one player needs to effectively have 8 gems in order to end the game. If it's a 3-player game, it's 6 gems. It's a 4-player game, you go to 5 gems. The game ends at the end of a round when one player crosses that threshold of gems, and then whoever has the most gems at the end of the game wins. Okay, let's talk about setup. To start setup, you're going to place the box down, remove the box lid, put it underneath the box, and remove all of the components from the box. This is now called the arena. What you're going to do now is take the podium tile, place it face up and next to the arena, as well as the rage token and the red rage die, and place them in the corresponding spot on the podium. Take the zone scoring cards. They look like this. They will match the orientation. Shuffle those up, place them in a face-down deck below the podium. This is now called the scoring deck. Leave room for a discard pile. Next, you're going to take the chaos cards, give them a good shuffle, place them face down next to the podium, leaving room for a discard pile. This is now called the chaos deck. Place the gemstones, the coins, and the freeze token near the playing area. We'll get to those later. Okay, then we get to the troll cards. What you're going to do is shuffle up the troll cards, give each player 3 at random, put the rest of the troll cards away. You need them for the rest of this game. Then each player is going to grab a reference card, a team token in their color. We have green, blue, white, or black, and all 3 of the troll dice in their color. Put the rest of the unused dice away. You will not need them for this game. To determine the starting turn order, each player is going to take one of their troll dice and place it face up on the podium in the first, second, third, or fourth slot. In a 2-player game, notice how you're only going to use the first and second slot. In a 3 or 4-player game, you're going to use 1, 2, 3, and 4 slots. Those rewards will come into play later. And that is the setup. You are now ready to roll the trolls. Let's dive into gameplay. The game is played over a series of rounds, and each round consists of 3 phases: the roll phase, reward phase, and podium phase. Let's jump to those right now. Okay, let's talk about the roll phase. In this phase, players are either trying to fall into holes to earn rewards or land on zones to compete for control and earn the rewards. Before the roll phase, at the beginning of every round, you're going to take the top card of the scoring deck and flip it face up in view of all players. Be careful to note that orientation does matter, as the green is supposed to show the green, brown will show the brown zone, so make sure that the card is laid out exactly the way you see in the arena. For example, if this was the rewards card we're looking at, if a player ever lands in this hole or this hole, they will immediately gain a gem as listed on the scoring card. If they ever landed in this hole, they will get 3 coins as denoted right there. And if they ever land in this hole or any of these outside holes, they will get coins equal to what those outside holes look like. On a player's turn, they are going to take one of their troll dice and just throw it, roll, drop, toss, or throw it into the arena based on the rewards listed that they want to go after. Notice how this zone shows a gemstone. You want to control that to be able to get more gemstones. So, blue player right now is controlling that zone. I want to get them out of there. What I can do is take my dice, bop them out of there, and now I am effectively controlling that zone. Hey, look, I even landed on a chaos card. When activating chaos, all you're gonna do is draw the top card of the deck, read the card, do what the card states, and then proceed with your turn. The chaos allows for a lot of wild and wacky things to happen, so it's a lot of fun to draw chaos and perform those effects. When rolling into the arena, there are just a couple different restrictions that you must follow. I like to say about 5 inches outside of the box of the arena is how far away you have to be in order to roll, drop, toss, or throw. So like I had mentioned, players can roll, they can drop, they can toss, or they can throw. Throwing is really used strategically to bounce other players out of the arena or out of holes as follows.
If at any point a player drops their troll die or hits another troll die out of the arena, that is called out of bounds. That player that's out of bounds gets to re-roll that dice back into the arena. However, if they run out of bounds again, they lose 2 coins. If they are unable to lose 2 coins, they must exhaust one of their trolls. If they are unable to exhaust one of their trolls, nothing happens.
If on your turn you roll your troll and you really don't like where you rolled or you just want additional rewards, you can spend 2 coins to pick up that troll die you just rolled and re-roll it back into the arena. You can do that as many times as you have coins. You can only have a maximum of 10 coins at any given time, so if you ever have more than 10 and you will need to grab another coin, you cannot grab a coin, but instead you can convert if you want, but you never can pass 10.
On your turn, at any point before or after you're rolling, you can use your troll skills. Each troll in the game has their own special skill that turns the tide in your favors. To activate a troll skill, you simply choose the troll you would like to activate. Let's say Han, for example. Han allows me to move any troll die to an arena bonus. So I'm going to choose that. I'm going to activate that, turning it to its exhausted side, and I'm going to activate that skill.
On your turn at any point, if you have 3 coins, you can refresh your troll, flip them back over, and they can be used again. There's a few really fun arena bonuses you can fall onto. So let's go over those right now and see how they play out.
To know if you're on an arena bonus or not, you're going to look from the top down of the arena. If any part of a player's die is hovering over one of the bonuses, they effectively get that bonus. If they are not hovering over that bonus, they don't get that bonus. So right now, the black player would not have that bonus, but if it was any part of it hovering, they're going to get that bonus. The different types of arena bonuses are shown as follows. There is the Chaos, Spotlight, Modifiers, or the reroll bonuses. If a die ever lands on a Chaos event, you're going to draw the top card of the Chaos deck and resolve its effects. If your die ever lands on the Spotlight bonus, you're going to immediately turn that die to the value of 20. If a die lands on the reroll, you may automatically pick that die back up and re-roll it back into the arena. Finally, if a die ever lands on a modifier showing +5, +3, or ×2, you are going to immediately rotate your die based on the value added. So 5 + 3, you're going to immediately rotate to 8, and that is your value now.
Once per round, each player has a conversion token. And what this token allows you to do is you can spend 6 coins that you've earned, put them into the supply, flip this conversion token over, grab a gem immediately, and now you've effectively converted for that round. You can only do that once per round though, so use it wisely.
Once all players have thrown all of their dice into the arena that they have available to them, they must take their die from the podium, the turn order.
Okay, now that all players have rolled into the arena, we're going to begin the reward phase. This is where players will gain the rewards listed on the scoring card that they revealed at the beginning of the round, and we will award the rage die and the podium places for each player. So in order to score this rewards card, we are going to look at the arena and look at the scoring card. Every player that has a dice in a hole is going to remove those dice immediately because they already gained the rewards when landing in those holes. Now we're going to look at each of the zones. We resolve those in any order, and the highest value die in each of those zones earns the rewards listed. So in this zone, black has 19, which means they will earn 1 gem immediately. So they will grab a gem. They will remove their dice and will go to the next zone. Over here, it looks like black also controls that zone because they have an 8, blue has a 7. That means black is going to win, and they're going to get 2 coins immediately. All players remove their dice. You do that until all of the zones have been resolved, and then the rewards phase is over. The reward phase is pretty simple, and now all we do is go to the podium phase and set the turn order and give the rage die to the player for the next round.
To set the turn order, we look at players' gems and how many they have. If one player has more gems than the other, they're going to start in the first turn. If there's ever a tie, we look at how many coins each player has. If there's ever tied for coins, each player is going to just simply roll a dice and see who goes in the turn order.
Once you've determined which players have the most gemstones and coins, each player will place one of their troll dice onto the podium slots based on that order. If a player's die is on a podium with a coin reward underneath it, based on player count, they immediately take that reward and put it in front of them. The last player in the turn order will receive the rage die.
When a player earns the rage die, they will take this rage token and put it in front of them.
I really wanted to use the rage die as a way to catch up. So, the player that has the rage die, at the end of the next round, they will throw that dice as the last dice rolled. So they will have full control over where they want to roll it, where they want to throw it, and who they want to bump into. It's a lot of fun being last place in this game. Well, once the turn order has been set, the next round begins. You go forward just like before, flipping over a zone card, rolling trolls into the arena, activating skills of trolls, earning rewards, and re-rolling and doing all of those fancy things. The game ends when one player crosses that threshold of gems, and then you see who wins.
And that's basically it. That's how to play Roll the Trolls. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a good time playing this game. And let me know if there's any questions. Of course, you can contact me at devin.metlin@gmail.com. The number is 319-288-3328. This has been Roll the Trolls, and I appreciate you taking the time.